Welcome back to another Stephen Casey video. Today we are going over my golf game. I've had a lot of videos, aka my road to scratch. As you guys saw, I did beat my record. I shot 2 under, I can't remember exactly. It was the best record I ever shot, and it was because of Grant's lessons that he would give me. I shot it out in the video, of course, but today what we're gonna do is a big issue right now is my driver. So basically, I don't have distance on it, which that's not the biggest problem. Right. Also, my control, distance and control. If I can get a little more accurate and gain a little more distance, it'll be a lot easier when I have that extra club or less of a club into a green or like that. And I know a lot of people say don't go for this or whatever, swing easy, but if I'm able to do that, because even when I swing light, you guys see the freaking ball goes straight left, it goes straight right, and it usually doesn't go straight. But if I can gain power and accuracy, I feel like that'll be a big game changer, and that's what I saw during my beat my record. We got Grantosaurus Rex, aka the good lab master.
Yes, sir. On a couple good videos, we are on the same team together, which we always are on the same team. I was telling Steve a couple times, I was like, swing hard. And when he swung hard, he like popped it straight up in the air. That obviously shows right there that he's hitting down on his driver a little bit soft. I know I kind of have an idea on where I want to go with this lesson today.
I love it. See, anyways, I'm gonna hit both my drivers, but the only one that I'm really gonna change is this one. This driver, I don't even know why I keep it anymore.
Well, let's compare the ball flights on.
Yeah.
Let's hit both of them and compare.
So I'm just gonna do stock. This is my beginning. Everything just normal, and then we're gonna work into the lesson. The light should come down. We'll get a couple shots in the light. Yeah, anyway, shout out to Grant. Hit the subscribe button on him. He's on the road to 100K. You and Bubba are close.
Yeah, so I'm like at like 60, 65.
You rolling? I usually can hear the sound go beep, and then I know to start talking on all the cameras I've been with. This one's a little different. Anyways, I'm just gonna warm up, aka I'm gonna hit the 60 degree, slowly get into it where I'm loose, and cause now with my bad back, you know, cause I got into a car accident. Chase doesn't even think that's real. You don't believe it. Can you talk?
I never said I didn't believe you. I just laughed when you said it.
Yeah, that's Chase. Let's start with a 60. Punch a couple shots out there, boys. I'm gonna go to the yellow flag if that's all right.
I believe truly out of everybody in Good, Steve's wedge swing is by far the best. His action on it, everything. He's shallow, he hits low flighted spinning wedges better than anybody. And his putting's good, but we gotta get the driver. We'll work on the driver today. I'm gonna let him warm up a little bit, hit some wedges, get loose. You gotta hype him up like that.
If I get hyped up, I usually shank the next shot, but
I always hype him up in those videos, and he's my teammate, and then he just shanks it.
Me and Grant have been struggling in the 2v2s, but we're not leaving each other's side until we get a dub, and we're gonna get on a streak, I promise that. But for right now, golf game, a little weird. It's not even the golf, like we're good at, not good. Grant's good at golf. I watch him be good at golf, it's just that we cannot get a dub.
That was honestly the best swing of my life. I'm happy you got that on video.
So yeah, basically I've always wanted to gain a little more distance with my driver, but I never have had the right teaching, and I know every time I do it, something would get tweaked in my swing. So this is gonna be a really good lesson. I'm gonna hit a couple 3-woods, get a little more loose, and then I'm just gonna hit my stock drivers, and we're gonna see what we're working with, boys. These aren't looking good. I'm tight. Chase, you wanna rub me out?
That's smooth.
All right, a couple more of these bucks and we're good.
Steve warmed up, he got the muscles loose. Now, we're gonna test these two drivers. Like Steve, in these Giga videos, he'll sometimes just hit like a different driver on another hole. But it's like, I wanna figure out what driver he actually hits the best, so he's not just pulling out a different driver every hole. We're gonna let him rip this a couple times, and we're gonna see which driver he can hit the furthest. And then we're also gonna change his technique a little bit to hit it further.
Regular swing.
Yeah, I wanna see the Maverick. This is actually Steve's like old driver. He used to hit this a lot. So let's just let him rip this a little. Okay, that was actually really good. Right there, that's Steve's really controlled swing, but it's honestly only going like when he hits a good like 250 because he's swinging so easy at it. And I know we can get Steve up to like 280 easily. There we go. That's the shot that we don't want to see.
I do that a couple times in the good videos.
Right, so where'd you hit that?
I literally hit it right here.
Exactly. If you guys see, he's hitting it right here on the top of the club. That's not necessarily, a lot of people would say immediately like that's because he has the ball teed up too high, but that's not the case. Bryson and all the guys that are hitting it the longest in the world, like Kyle, Bryson, all these guys, they're teeing it up as high as they possibly can. Teeing it up really high is actually good for length, but we just got to get Steve hitting up on the ball a little bit more. There, that was good.
That was the best drive I've hit with this driver in literally months.
Yeah, that was really good. I truly think, I mean, that's his old driver. I like this one. I think he hits this one a lot further.
The reason I switched this is because of the distance. That is the only reason. But the problem that came with the distance is control, and I feel like I could add more distance if I learned how to swing it a little more efficiently.
Right. That's actually Garrett's old driver, so this shaft is a lot stiffer, and Steve does not spin the ball as much. So now we're gonna focus on, right now, I want to focus on getting Steve to hit up on the ball.
This tee is really high.
No, I like this. This is perfect. Trust me, this is how you're gonna learn right here to hit it further, like immediately. If you can tee it up high and launch it. We're gonna launch it. So here we go, set up. All right, perfect. So what I'm gonna do with Steve immediately is tilt those shoulders a little bit like that, there. So now, when you tilt the shoulders like this, when you drop this right shoulder, it makes you wanna hit up on it naturally. So that's all I'm gonna do in the beginning here, and then I wanna see how Steve reacts to that setup. Okay, that was ball.
Okay, I like that.
That was insane.
I smoked that one.
Yeah, that had no spin and that launched super high. Those are the two things you look for in a driver right there, especially from Steve, is that he's hitting it high with no spin. Then he's gonna maximize his launch conditions. Let's set up those shoulders, let's tilt them. Perfect, there we go, there, good. He's tilting just like this, got those shoulders nice and low. There we go. That's still bomb. Like, that's in the center of the face. You're not hitting it towards the top.
The usual with this driver, which is what I've been struggling with, is 20 yards off the ground. It will never go high. It always just stays really low and goes left or right. I either hit a duck hook or like a power fade, but it never will just go high, which I didn't know why, but when Granosaurus gets around, you figure things out.
Yeah, it probably feels really weird tilting your shoulders, but on the driver, you gotta hit up on it. Gotta do it.
Oh my God.
If I could do this in a good video, I feel like I'd have a lot less strokes on my game because I'd be closer to the pin.
I want to actually get a face-on video quick as Steve to show you guys what it looks like from in the front, because down the line when Steve's faced this way, it's hard to tell like how his shoulders are tilted. So let's get a video on the front and see what that looks like. Right here, the setup right there. Boom, perfect. Go ahead, rip at it. That was good.
Well, it went far.
Right, that was just, I mean, he hit it perfect. It was a little bit to the left, but that's because he was falling off balance. Oh my.
I've never had the height. This is insane because I never understood why my driver would not go up, and it's because it was just the way my shoulder, like this, the slightest change is insane how it affects your golf game.
Right, because before when Steven was just hitting the driver, he was like this with his shoulders, like an iron level, and then I tilted his right shoulder here, so now he's hitting up on the driver and launching it. I'm telling you guys, he's gonna gain at least 20 yards. Because he normally swings super easy trying to get it in play because he hits down on it. Now that he's confident he can hit up on it, it's gonna be a game changer. When we're partners,
we're actually gonna win. This is all part of the plan, getting lessons from Granosaurus Rex so we win. How do you think I can gain the most yardage, Grant?
So we got the shoulders right. We tilted his shoulders. So now the last thing I wanna work on with Steve is just making his shoulder turn a little bigger. Because Steve will sometime, he'll get to the top here and not complete his backswing. He'll get here and then he'll jump at it before he gets a big turn. Since we got this set up good now, we're gonna get his shoulder turn huge. Turn back. Right, so we wanna get you right there. That's the, see that? Yeah. Feel that stretch right here?
Yeah.
And then you can uncoil. Then you can just rip it. Once it's like loading a spring. Little left.
That's a lot.
It's okay. This is mostly, I truly do like Steve's normal backswing, but when we're in like the scramble and we're on a team together and like he says he wants to go after it, when he gets like, when he tries to hit it further, he just pulls at it. So I want him to actually make a big shoulder turn when he can actually hit it farther. Oh,
those are, I almost hit the birds, but that is going so far.
You're giving it more time. You're loading and then you're going. You're not just like jerking at it.
I feel like if I play another Beat My Record with this new drive, it'll be a lot easier because you guys know, if anything, if I hit the fairway, I'm fine because it'll roll sometimes. If I miss anywhere, like rough, it just dead stop, and I can sometimes hit a drive like 250 yards.
I didn't like the first couple practice swings he was doing, so let's do it again. Okay. That's fully loaded. I mean, Steve, he's not super flexible with his upper body, so he only takes the club. He's just short of parallel on his backswing. So that's okay, not everybody's super flexible, and that's where Steve limits out, is right just short of parallel. There you go.
As you guys can see, this is what I need. I need these lessons because a lot of times I'll go to the range, try to change it myself, and it ends up getting worse. And that's what I was doing. I kept making myself worse. And when Grant would come, he'd give me the little tips and I'd practice them, and that's how I just slowly, the right tips matters more than just, I don't know how to explain. I just feel like if you're doing something wrong and you're training at it, then it's just gonna mess you up so much more than just getting a lesson, getting it fixed, and then working on it. If you start wrong, it is, you're miles behind, that's all I'm gonna say.
When you have a bad habit going on, Steve really didn't have a bad habit. Steve's swing, I love the positions he puts it in. It's just the setup with his driver was really the only main thing we changed. It's that shoulder turn, making a bigger turn, that's gonna take more time, but this tilt in the shoulders here, that setup to hit up on his driver, it will help him so much because he tends to hit those low drivers in the good matches, and the low drives like that are sometimes really hard to control. So now he's launching it nice and high, no spin.
That's the only thing I really need to change with this driver. I know it doesn't seem like a lot because Tig, he hits his torn like 300 yards, but a lot of times when I have a couple clubs back and I'm not as good as the rest of the guys, it's harder for me to hit my long irons as accurate. And I feel like if I just work on the certain part, like my irons, they're getting better. If I work on my driver, I feel like that is when I was at my peak. When I could hit my driver and hit the fairway and hit it far, that was when I was the best in my golf game. So we're just gonna kind of rotate back through. We're gonna start with the driver again. We're gonna go through the irons and we're just gonna slowly work our way up. As of now, we're just working on the driver. Gotta hit the fairway and gotta hit it farther.
All right, last couple here to end off this session. Steve, I want you to focus on a little bit. Once we get this set up good, just holding your balance. Because you seem to always, obviously when he hits the ball, he falls over to the left or to the right, and that's hard to be consistent if you're not sticking your finish. If you watch the guys on tour, they always are on perfect balance. There you go. Nice.
If I can do that over and over again, the consistency, that would be great. I'll hit one more.
The consistency is gonna come, I'm telling you, Steve, from obviously hitting up, but also holding your balance. You gotta hold your balance if you wanna be consistent. You can't be falling all over the place. Do a practice swing and hold your balance one time. Just like that. Hold it, there, perfect. That's how I want your balance. Oh my.
I like it. I like where that drive is at. As you guys have seen, what I've changed is basically the height of it, the distance, and then now one of my biggest problems, I forgot about that, was my balance. I always fall over, and I never can like stick my driver unless I'm swinging super smooth, which always somehow bites me in the booty cheeks. As long as I can keep a smooth driver, gain some distance, I feel like working from my driver down, since I have everything else, like the wedges are all right, everything else is pretty good. If I can work from my driver down, it'll just help me. And a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people might disagree, but for me, when I was at the top of my game, it was when I could hit the fairway and hit it far. Shout out to Grant, absolute legend. He knows. We're in the matches, I hit low hook or low fade with this driver. If I pull out my other one, I hit 50 yards shorter. It's just like never consistent.
Right, and that's the thing. During these matches, I'm not gonna like start trying to change Steve's swing like during a match when we're playing on good. I just wanna focus on playing golf and not like changing your swing. So when we come out here in the evenings, then we actually start to work on fundamentals and helping Steve out.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope that some of these tips can help you, because I know a lot of people struggle just like me. A good little lesson out here. All I gotta do is keep grinding with the tips I got, and hopefully in the next videos you guys will see a drastic change and a more consistent drive. Anyways, we will catch you in the next one.
Sir.
Peace.